You don't need to train like a bodybuilder to look and feel amazing. That's a stage that I went through in my life where I just wanted to be the strongest person in the gym or the strongest person in the room. I was doing a lot of ego lifting. I was lifting with bad technique or bad form, however you want to say it. And I really didn't get nothing out of it. Yes, I was able to say, oh, I can bench press 405, or I think the most I got up to was like 435 on the bench press or whatever. And I was saying like, oh, I could lift 435. I was squatting 500 pounds, and that's all I got from it. To be honest with you guys, now that I'm older, I don't lift that way anymore. And this video is for the people out there that are, coming up and, you feel like you want to be the strongest person in the gym or the strongest person in the room. I'm here to tell you, if you decide to go that route and you're not a power lifter or a bodybuilder or something like that, protect yourself. Okay? Wear your elbow sleeves, wear your knee sleeves, wear your wrist wraps, wear your weight belt, because when I first started lifting like serious, I didn't have all that stuff. I didn't have the elbow sleeves to protect my elbows. I didn't have the knee sleeves to protect my knees. Okay, I didn't have the wrist wraps. I didn't have any of that stuff. I used to wear gloves, but I didn't have the actual wrist wraps. So you can only imagine how many injuries I had from working out. Okay, I wasn't doing any deadlift, and then I had a homeboy that was powerlifting. He was doing deadlift, and I was like, man, I'm not doing any deadlift. And I just did the deadlift just to show him that I can deadlift just as much as him. And at the time I did. I picked up 500 pounds like it was nothing, but my technique was bad. My form was bad. You know what I'm saying? And little did I know, I was just setting myself up to get a back injury. And guess what? That's what happened. Okay. One day I was in the gym working out with my homeboy, and I had just started doing deadlift on a regular just to kind of prove to him that I can do deadlift, ego lifting. Okay. My technique was already bad, and I was trying to correct it, but I was doing something that I didn't like and that I wasn't doing in my current program. So this particular day we was working out, and it was a deadlift day. And so I got in there, man. I was going up good, feeling good. Okay. I got to about 585 pounds on the deadlift. And when I was coming up, like my back just did something I ain't never felt. And the pain that I was in that day was, oh my goodness, man. Let me make sure my mic is still on. Yeah, still on. I can't see it. And the pain I was in that day, I don't wish that on nobody. Okay. Because I worked out that day with him. I still had to get in my car and drive home. I was about 45 minutes to an hour away from home. So I hurt my back and had to get in the car and drive home with my back hurting like that. And it was, oh my goodness, that was the worst pain I ever felt in my life. And I did a lot of reflecting on my way home. Like, man, am I ever going to be able to work out again? That was one of the reasons why I didn't do deadlift in the first place, but I was hard headed. I had too much pride. I was in competition. I was in a peeing contest. See who competed further. That's a little, that's a little term we say, when you're trying to outdo somebody, you know what I'm saying? And I learned my lesson that day, and I haven't touched a deadlift since. Okay. And my back was hurting for at least about a month. I mean, like I couldn't even use the bathroom, like do number two, like it hurt that bad. You know what I'm saying? And I was working at the time, and I missed work for at least about a week. So I learned my lesson that day, and after that, I was more cautious of what I did because I had hurt my back that one time. So I still was lifting heavy after that, hard headed, just still lifting heavy, but I wasn't doing deadlift. But I still can kind of feel my back tweaking from time to time because of that injury or whatever. And another day, I was by myself working out, I was still doing heavy squats. I was squatting 500 pounds like it wasn't nothing. Okay. And this particular day, I was doing squat. I had my knee sleeves on. I had my weight belt on. And, I was feeling good like a typical day. I was feeling real good. You know what I'm saying? Like feeling the best I ever felt. And I put some heavy squat on there. It was probably 500 pounds, but it was close. Okay. And I went down and tried to come back up. Bam. Hurt my back again. Now, this is the second time that I hurt my back. And I wasn't even doing deadlift. I was doing squat. So that particular day, I had another reflection period. Okay. And I was like, man, that's the second time that this happened to me. And after that, I just stopped lifting heavy, period. Okay. If I do some heavy lifting, it's on bench press. And heavy to me now is probably 365. I won't go any higher than that. I still can do it, but I'm not even going to go down that road again because I don't need to be lifting all that heavy weight. Now I'm more about being able to function. I just want to function good. Okay. I still want to be able to run. I still want to be able to jump. I don't want any joint pain, no shoulder pain, back pain. I don't have any of that now. All because I had to learn that lesson before I start doing what I'm supposed to do. Now it's more so high reps, um, you know, high reps, high intensity, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I still go a little bit heavy, but it's not heavy like you think. I push myself to a certain point, and then I just go back to doing what I'm supposed to do. But I learned a valuable lesson those two times, and I'm just trying to be an advocate for people that are starting to work out. You coming to your grown man strength. That is the thing, because I came to my grown man strength in my 30s, and man, I was pushing everything. I'm talking about strong as hell. Okay, and I don't want you to make the same mistake that I made, because you may not be as fortunate as I am. Like now, like I feel so much better than I used to. I do get sore from time to time, but it's not like it gonna last a long time. It don't hurt or anything like that. I don't have any knee pain. I don't have any elbow pain. I don't have any shoulder pain. I don't have none of that stuff. And I feel 10 times better now than I did when I was lifting all that heavy weight. So let that be a lesson to the people out there. Listen to your body. Your body will tell you everything you need to know when it comes to lifting, when it comes to anything. Okay, your body is going to tell you. That's just like if you eat something and your body don't agree with it, guess what? It's coming out ASAP. Okay, and you don't have to lift like a bodybuilder. You see those bodybuilders, that's what I was doing. I was watching them. They lifting all that heavy weight, and they own stuff though. You know what I'm saying? So they can recover way faster than you. So when you see them working out heavy like that every day, some of them, they can recover faster than you. Just think about that. But I just wanted to stop by and just put this out into the universe for the people that are new to lifting weights, man. You don't have to lift like a bodybuilder to look and feel amazing.